Hello and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to skyblock modpack. Today we are going to be talking about the stuff that I've done during the off times, namely just to try to get to the Dragon Soul and try to get to whatever mod that the quest has me do. All right, so let's get that done. So first of all, come over here. You may have seen this in previous episode. I moved the what do you call this thing? Ars Nouveau altar. Is this called an altar? No, it's an enchanting apparatus. So I moved the setup outside of here because I need more space because I wasn't going to like put it over here or anything. But of course, I still need the source jars to be over here because all the farming stuff is just replenishing the source. And I know there's no red fertilizer over here. I don't need it. So again, I did put the Ars Nouveau stuff over here. And over here, you see the good old laser drill where it's working away with its purple laser coming out of the bottom and the top. Over here, we have the occultism stuff. And this was a little bit frustrating, but, you know, I got through it. And the bees. The bees. I don't know if I have to do any more bees, but I have a bunch of draconic bees right inside here. And is this filled up? Oh my goodness, it's filled up. Jeez. Come on, guys. They're producing too much now. Or maybe not enough. I'm not sure. Alright, so in order to get the draconic bees. Okay, let me rewind a little bit and talk about why we needed the bees. So in one of the quest items, you need a dragon soul, and one of the ingredients for the dragon soul is an inactive dragon egg. In order to make the inactive dragon egg, you need draconic chunks. In order to get draconic chunks, you need draconic dust. In order to get the dust, you need the draconic combs from the bees. So once you get the combs, you put it in the centrifuge like this. Like that, and it's quick, slowly going, by the way. I don't have much upgrades in here. And then you're going to get draconic dust. Once you get enough, then you can go back there. And go back there, and there. Okay. Once you get enough, you can make draconic chunks. Let's see how many do you need. You need 9 of these. Right? But then you need 8 of these. So that's 9 times 8, I think? So you need like 72, something like that, just to make draconic chunks. And then you put an egg in the middle, and then you get an inactive dragon egg. So let's go back. And those are the bees right there. And the draconic bees. So in order to get the draconic bees, you need to go to, well, the end. Draconic, right there. And then let me see how I came to that conclusion. Draconic bees operating in the end, of course. That means you need to go to the end. While operating draconic bees, stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Here's the bee spawning. In JEI, it tells you how to get particular bees. So draconic bees, you need to make an obsidian nest and have dragon's breath. Well, particularly in the end, I suppose. So in order to make the obsidian nest, you need a diamond sword and obsidian block. I guess you poke a hole in it. And then, there you go, obsidian nest. And then you plunked one of the obsidian nests down in the end, and then you right-click it with the dragon's breath. Be prepared to right-click a couple of times with a few stacks of dragon's breath, because unless you want to wait, then you're going to have to use dragon's breath in order to make the spawning of draconic bees faster. So in order to capture these bees and move them around, you need sturdy bee cages or just regular bee cages, but the bee cages one-time use only. So get the sturdy bee cages, you can get them from the wandering trader quite easily, and then just capture the bees as they spawn. Once they spawn, you make the advanced beehives with the expansions if you want, because if you make the expansions, you have the upgrade slots right there, and then you have 2 more slots for the bees to live in. It's like, holy crap, there's a lot of bees. There's a lot of bees. And it may help if you wear one of these. Where did the hat go? I had a bee hat. Where is it? Bees? Where's my hat? Oh, there it is. There's the bee nest helmet. If you wear that, the angry bees won't attack you, and plus you get a 30% chance to spawn a kamikaze bee when hit. Now that's important to get the kamikaze bee because you get like really good stats out of it. Because you may have to figure out all the genes and genetic stats for all the bees to create the ultimate bee as the quest wants you to do. So these are all the gene samples that you can get from the hives right here, because they have an upgrade that gets me the particular genes. But if you don't have that to begin with, you're going to have to squash some bees with a setup like this. You have your bottler right here with a bunch of bottles that's sitting up at the top over here. And then you have a couple of latches, so you need to like put your bees in here with the sturdy bee cages. And then you have a little piston right here that goes down, squashes the bee into the bottles just to get your gene samples. And then you put your gene samples right inside the centrifuge, and you get like little gene samples like this one and this one and this one and this one. And then of course, then you need to make the gene indexer, and you put all your little gene sample thingamajiggies inside here so they combine it into 100%. That's where I stopped. That's where I stopped doing the bees. That's it. I had enough. Because, you know, that's all I need to do. I just needed the inactive Dragon Egg, and I had that. I have it already. So I didn't need to do anything further with the bees. Unless getting the ATM star wants me to do more bees. But it's not, it doesn't look like it's a requirement. So, yeah. So, screw you. I'm done with the bees. So, goodbye. Goodbye. I'm just going to put these away. There we go. And, of course, then I gotta go do something else, because if you look at the quest item for the Dragon Soul, we have the Focus of Summoning, spell focus from Ars Nouveau. So how do you get that? Well, you need these particular things, and it's like, oh dear, those looks like mob drops, and you probably need to defeat a couple of mobs in order to get those ingredients. So you can put it in the enchanting apparatus that you saw earlier in order to get the Focus of Summoning item. So, yeah, let's take a look at that, shall we? So we come all the way over here. There's the enchanting apparatus. You put your ingredients right here and stuff like that, and you get that. So, in order, let me see. Let me go back there. I should probably index this. Hold on. Bookmark. There we go. No, put it in the bookmark. There we go. All right, so in order to get the Wilden mobs, see, this is a Wilden horn, this is a Wilden spike, and this is a Wilden wing. So in order to get that, you need to make a tablet and summon the creatures. So you need to make something called a tablet of summon Wilden. So can I make that easily right now, or not really? Hold on, let me just do that. See, do this. Here we go. Yeah, I got one. All right. So next, we're going to need that ritual thingamajiggy stand right there. And now, I don't think you need source for this. So you right-click that. We'll start summoning it. Just right-click it again to activate it. And I don't have my sword. Uh-oh. Get it. There's one mob. There's another one. I should be hitting with a looting sword. No, you don't. And there you go. There's a couple of drops from the Wilden mobs. You get the wing, you get the horn, and you get the Wilden spike. So, yeah, luckily I have all three. And this is now a looting paxel, by the way. So what you need to do next is you need to be able to get the, what do you call that thing? The Wilden tribute. This is a boss, a mini boss, really. It's a mini boss. But, yeah, in order to do that, you need to go back over here. Is my magnet on? Okay, it's off. What you need to do, and this took me a little bit just to figure out, but you need to throw these three items onto the little ritual stand thingamajiggy, and then you need to make another tablet of summoning, like so, and then you right-click it with those three ingredients on it. And where's my sword? Where's my sword? Where's my sword? Where is it? Here it is. Oh, look at this big boy, Wilden Chimera. It's a big old mean wolfie. Ooh. Oh, it has wings. Come here. Yeah. Got him. And of course, you gotta take out the minions as well. Unfortunately, you'll have to take out the minions. Goodbye. Goodbye. End their suffering. And then, once you defeat that boss, you get the little something called a Wilden Tribute. But of course, you can always swab the mobs right here. You have the Wilden Boss, you have the Wilden Hunter, you have the Wilden Guardian, and you have the Wilden Stalker. So I haven't tried it, but you know, if you want to put it in spawners, maybe it'll work. So yeah, once you get those ingredients, you have the little Wilden Tribute. You have your little oh, I don't have the horn, do I? Do I have any more in here? Wilden. Here we go. We have the horn right there. And then let's check the recipe again. Okay. We need a golden ingot. Gold. Okay. And then we need a source block. Like that. Or is it 4? It's 4. Okay, great. And then we'll put that in the middle. Alright, let's start out with the horn. There. The Wilden Spike. Okay. The wings. Okay. And the boss drop. Okay. And then the gold. And then we'll put that in the middle, the source gems. The source gem block. Then we'll watch it work. And there we go. There's a little focus of summoning. But of course, I didn't need to do that because I already made one. Source? What was it? Summoning? There we go. There's one right there. So I already made one. So yeah. That's how you get that particular ingredient. So let's go back and check out the other ingredients. We have this Gaia Spirit Array. That's not a problem. We have the inactive Dragon Egg because I already made one too because it took a while, but I did get enough Draconic chunks in order to get that. Inactive. There it is. There's the inactive Dragon Egg. So let's go back to this Dragon Soul. And Piglet Heart, that's not a problem at all. Because if you look at the storage and you look up hearts, we have, no, not heat, hearts. We have over 33,000 Piglet Hearts. We are just defeating all those Pigletches. So yeah, no, it is just a simulation. It's not actual Pigletches, yeah? So, yeah, you just make a block, which I already did right here. And then, that's all we need. That's all we need. Alright, go back to the Dragon Soul. What else do we need? Oh, that's right, the Empty Soul Gem. We have to start Occultism for that. So, let's see if I remember how to do this. Of course, I started by trying to make all the materials in order to do the summoning ritual and stuff like that. But of course, it didn't work because you need to put all this crap on the ground right here. This little pentacult that they call it, with chalk and stuff. And not only chalk, colored chalk. And the colored chalk can use a different recipe to make the chalk itself. So yeah, that was a little frustrating. And you need spirit attuned crystals, you need candles and everything like that. You need to go all out and do something fancy in order to get this particular item. You need a golden sacrificial bow. It's not even a regular bow, it's golden. For frick's sake. Alright, so in order to start getting the items, you need to create something called this particular fire right here. There's a spirit fire, and you may notice that eventually, when you are breaking some tall grass or whatever you call that thing, you'll most likely get something called the Demon's Dream Seed. And oh, that's something evil. You probably threw it off the edge or something like that. Or you probably put it on the altar and worshipped it. Who knows? But when you grow it, you get Demon's Dream Fruit. And let's get some of that right now. And we have over 7,000 because, you know, why not? We'll put it on a farm and infect the whole area with it. Why the heck not? So if you start eating this, you get this weird vision right here. And this is like the other Dirt World vision or something like that and stuff like that. And you're supposed to have some kind of like a rod thingamajiggy in order to like search out for the materials that you want. And you just go mine it before it runs out. But of course, you have like a ton of this already. So you can just keep eating it and just keep trying to find it and stuff like that. But of course, there is an easier way. You just throw, believe Dream Fruit? I believe it was Dream Fruit, right? Let me just try this again. Let me get... Where the heck did it go? Here we go, Flint and Steel. I believe you just throw this on the ground, and just light it on fire. Yeah, that's how you do it. You throw the dream fruit on the ground or wherever, and then you light it on fire, and then you get spirit fire. And then what you can do is, let me just get some stuff here. Stone, right there, and then you just throw it in the fire. Is it not stone? I don't think it was stone. No, it was not stone. Okay, let me just check. Let's see. Dragon Soul, and let me just bookmark that. And occult rituals, the quests and stuff like that. Okay, let's rewind and see what we need from this. Ah, yes, we need the Book of Binding, don't we? Okay, let's take a look at that. We need the Dictionary of the Spirits in order to figure out what the pentacle is. So in order to do that, you need the Demon's Dream Seed and a regular old book in order to get the books and stuff like that. So if you take a look at the book, did I put it over there? Oh, I think I put it over there. All right, here we go. Here's the book. It serves in the manual too, so it tells you what the pentacles is and stuff like that. And can I just X out it? Here we go. It tells you all the getting started, all the spirits and all the rituals and summoning rituals and stuff like that. The pentacles and how they look like. Yeah, it took a little bit to figure out. So let's see what we need to make in order to make the binding books that you see there. So in order to make the binding book, I think you need to make a taboo book. Yeah. You need to make a regular book. So let me just make a fire over here. It's easier that way. Where should we make it? We'll make it in the very corner. Hopefully it doesn't set fire to it. You know what? You just build it out here. Okay. Then we'll throw that in there. And then we'll light that on fire. Okay, there we go. We want to get some regular old books, and you just throw it in the fire like that. And then we get 4 taboo books right there. Well, we threw 4 books in, but you know, you get the idea. From the taboo books, we'll press U on that, and then you can make a book of the genie. But, of course, you need green dye, and then something called Awakened Feather and Purified Ink. In order to get the Awakened Feather, you need to throw regular feathers into the Spirit Fire in order to get that. And in order to get the Purified Ink, you throw black ink into the fire and you get Purified Ink. You get the idea, right? So you make the Book of Binding Genie. And what else can you do with this? Well, you need to bind it. So that means you need to bind it with the Dictionary Spirit, the manual, with the Book of Binding Genie, in order to get the bound Book of the Binding Genie. And every time you change your inventory, it's going to be a different name. So the genie is going to be a different name every single time. But it's the same thing anyway, so don't worry about that. So next, since we have that, I tried putting the book here and all the ingredients in here. It didn't work because I need the chalk. So in order to get the chalk, you need to make impure white chalk. And of course, you need burnt otherstone. What the heck is otherstone? How the heck do you even get that? Well, you just throw regular, oh, that's right, andesite. It's not stone, it's andesite. You throw andesite in the spirit fire to get otherstone, and then you put it in the furnace to smelt it into burnt otherstone. So let's see. Go back to the chalk stuff. So in order to make the impure white chalk, you need the otherworld ashes. In order to make that, you need the otherworld wood. So in order to get the otherworld wood, you need to throw saplings, regular old saplings, oak saplings. Oak. Right there. You throw it in the fire, and you get something called oak sapling. Of course, it looks completely different, but don't let the looks fool you. It's totally a different tree. So, if you go ahead and plant this tree, right here, it looks like a regular old oak tree, but if you mouse over it, there's something a little strange about it, really. But of course, if you just mine it, it'll just get you oak logs, vanilla Minecraft logs. That's not what we want. So again, this is where this particular mechanic comes in. You just eat the dream fruit, go to the otherworld vision, and then quickly mine this tree away. And then you get your otherworld wood, along with some otherworld saplings as well. So yeah, from the otherworld wood, you press U on that, and then you just, I think you just smelt it. Do you just smelt it? Come on, give me the ashes. Oh, for frick's sake, where's the chalk? Okay, impure white chalk. How do you get the ashes again? Oh, that's right. We throw that into the fire to get the ashes. And there we go. We got the ashes. Now we can make the impure chalk. But of course, once you make the white impure chalk, you probably need to throw that as well into the spirit fire. So that's how you get the pure chalk right here. We don't want the impure ones. We want the regular old pure chalks right here. But of course, now that you have the white chalk, you need the golden chalk as well. So how do you make that? You need the impure golden chalk, and then you need to combine the impure white chalk with a gold dust and a glowstone dust in order to get the golden chalk. In order to get the impure purple chalk, you will need crushed endstone and obsidian dust. This is where I went a little nuts because if you take a look at the impure purple chalk, you need crushed endstone. How the heck do you even get that? There's no machine to crush endstone. I have a freaking crusher. I can't just crush the endstone into the crushed endstone. You had to make me go through all this in order to get crushed endstone. Well, so in order to get the end crushed stone from the occultism, the only way to get that it is the only way, right? There are 4 ways to get that. So in order to get the crushed endstone, you need to summon a spirit in order to crush that for you. So the recipe for that, the ritual that you need to perform, is one of the crushers somewhere. Let me see where the heck it is. On spirits. No, not that one. Because I have to like try to go through all these things just to figure out how the heck does it work. Like, I don't know, binding rituals, summoning rituals, maybe it's this one. Here we go. Here's the summoning rituals. Here's the weakest of the crushers. You can summon a Foliat crusher. You click that, and then this is a crusher spirit, which you summon a spirit, it shows up, you throw a bunch of endstone at it, and it slowly crushes it up. So, in order to get that, you need to put down the Aviar's Circle Pentacle, and you need these particular ingredients, and you need a book of binding. Another one, Foliat, bound book, and put it right inside the middle in order to spawn this guy, in order to crush the stone for you. So again, with the Aviar Circle, it looks like this. So they make it a little bit easier for you. So you just click this little eye thing to show the multi-block preview, and then you just go down here. Hold on, let me just click it again. There we go. You see that little overlay right there? You just put it on the ground, and then it'll show you what items and what not in order to put down your pentacle. So as you can see, it takes white chalks. See that funky looking sideways too? Yeah, that's white chalk right there. You draw white chalk on those particular squares. And then on the sides there, you see random colored candles or whatever. Maybe you can leave it blank because like, one of them was blank. I don't know. So you put the bowl in the middle, and then you put the rest of the bowls anywhere you want inside the circle. So yeah. Once you complete it, it has like a little progress bar that turns green. Let me just right click that and hide that. So once you spawn that, let's see. I already have a couple of crushed endstone right there, so I don't have to worry about that. But of course, I captured it in a mob circle because, you know, why the heck not? And look at him go. He still has some endstone in his hand, crushing away. But of course, I don't know if he just stays there or just despawns after a while. I don't know. Maybe he does stay there. Who knows? But here, have some more endstone. And he just stays there, just crushing up endstone and just throwing it on the floor for you to collect up. And of course, he's the weakest of the crushers, so he takes for a freaking ever to crush one of them. So once you get your crushed endstone, and let me just put him back in. Alright, see you later, buddy. Put you back in here. There we go. Now, once you get your endstone, then you can make your impure purple chalk thingamajiggy. But of course, with obsidian dust, that's easy to get because you can just go through all your machines in order to get that. But no, not the crushed endstone. You got to do it their way. So, yeah. So, once you make the purple chalk, you make the other pentacle in order to summon. What were we going to summon again? I forget. So, yeah. Let's go back. And look at... Okay, hold on. Let me see. Empty soul gems. That's right. We're not summoning anything. We're just making an empty soul gem. So you need the copper, you need silver, gold, diamond, and then the soul sand, and then you need the book of binding, genie bound, which you should already have. So the only problem is putting down the pentagram. So in order to figure that out, you need to look up the right pentagram. So the summoning thingamajiggy, I'm not quite sure if I can find it over here. It's probably this one, yeah. That's the stride drawers higher binding. So that's the pentacle that you need to do. And well, why do we? How did I come to that conclusion anyway? Does it tell you here? Oh, it tells you over here which pentagram. Pentacle. So yeah, so you look that up in the manual, and it tells you how the pentacle looks like. So you just click the little preview thing, and then you can see it. Make sure you put it on darker colored blocks so you see the white chalks. I didn't see it the first time because I had diorite on the island, and I didn't see the white chalk. I was pulling my hair out. Why the heck isn't it working? And I was like, oh yeah, you need white chalk. I didn't see that. Ha ha ha. So once you let me just turn this off. There we go. Once you summon your empty soul gem, that's it. That's about it. That was occultism. What a fun ride, huh? Let me just put this away. Alright, there we go. I mean, I already have one. It should be in here. There's the empty soul gems. Why do I have so many? Did the quest give me one? I think the quest gave me one. Oh well, I don't know. Maybe it creates 4. Who knows? But the most important thing is we can now make the dragon soul. Right there. Then we can come back here. And then we can get rid of this piglet heart. We don't need it anymore. And it should be right there on that particular pedestal. So let's get rid of that. And then we'll put the dragon soul right in there. There we go. Now we have the dragon soul. We have the dimensional seed. And then we have the summoning. Oh, where'd that go? Yeah, okay, yeah. We have the summoning altar, and yeah, that's let's check out the quest. So what did we get from that? Oh, we get this. Okay, fancy. Thanks for that. Stuff that we already have en masse. All right, so the only thing, the other thing that I completed is the Oblivion Shard. I don't know what happened to that. Oh, that's right. I put it over there. All right, so in order to make the Oblivion Shard, it was probably piss easy. So let's check out how you make that. Yeah, it was piss easy. You just make a Klein Star Omega, you make a couple of red matter, you make a couple of quantum entangle singularity, and you're done. And you just freaking done. So let's see. Warden sacrifices for that. That's not a problem. We can put some of the altar at the Warden's place. Why not? Nexium emitters, I mean, we keep looking at this stuff. We're probably not ready for that. So, yeah. What is this? Antimatter pellet? That's going to be fun. That's going to be quite fun. Antimatter pellets. What is this? Chemical crystallizer. In order to make antimatter, let's see. What is this? Ah, yes, the SPS. Never done that before, so that's going to be fun. Polonium. We're kind of already there, maybe, because we already have nuclear waste. We're just, like, not using it. We're just like letting it decay. So we can just put that in the solar neutron activator to get polonium. Why the heck not? So yeah, that's that. So what else? Philosopher's Fuel. Tension Ender. We can probably do that. Deodorant block, that's not a problem. The fuel block, also not a problem. Rainbow Furnace, how the heck do you even get that? Oh, it looks shiny. Oh, that's not too hard. What is this in the middle? Rainbow Core? Oh. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Insanium coal block. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. That's no problem. Let's see. Ring of Arcana. That doesn't look hard at all. Okay. What is this? Awakened Supremium Furnace. Okay, that's I never made one before, but that's also not a problem. It's a little bit frustrating, but that doesn't look that great. Okay. You're gonna make me do Force Craft, really? Golden Source Power. I forgot everything about Darkcraft. How the heck do you get Force stuff in here? Force. Oh. No. You gonna make you do the bees? Come on. No. No, come on. Does it really? Forcecraft. Force Craft. Say hello to Force Craft. The mod focuses on the power of Force and using it to infuse items. Everything is yellow. Force ingots. Okay, well, I got Force ingots. Oh, that's right. Can you convert like a tree into like you convert a sapling into a Force tree? I think I remember using those on a Force sapling, so you're gonna make a full durability one. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. You know, it's basically balanced dark craft. Balance. Fun. All right, let's go back to the star. What else do we need to make? Yes, the pulsating blocks. I need to get more blocks for that. So yeah, that'll take time. And that's about it. That's the outer ring. We're slowly eating away at the outer ring just to get to the star. So yeah, of course we have like a whole bunch of quests we still haven't completed. I mean, just pockets of empty quests undone. So I mean, it's not necessary to get to the star because our goal is to get to the star, really, and then we're done. Bounty? Ooh, get that. Okay, well, thanks for that. Thanks for that reward. We completed this tab, didn't we? Is there anything else we can need to complete? Oh, what's this? Kill the Elder Gunners. What do we get from that? Alright, well, I think that's about it. That's about it. We've done what we need to do. Just to get to the Dragon Soul. Alright, so that has been another episode of All the Mods 9 to Skyblock mod pack. I've been FumbleBlock, and I'll see you next time.